In this video, we're going to walk through the HubSpot integration to the Dusk FSM Service Excellent application. The application can be found in the HubSpot App Marketplace under App Marketplace, Customer Service, Field Service Management, Dusk FSM Service Excellence. Here's the listing and all the information that comes with it, including how to connect. Now let's jump over to the Deals section of HubSpot. In our demo pipeline here, we've got a number of deals across different stages. We'll show how to integrate and move the deals between those different stages. The first thing with HubSpot is to make sure that the deal stages are representative of your business process. These can be modified in the deal pipeline settings, where different stages can be created and relevant percentage weightings attached to them. We've added a couple in here, which we'll go through in a couple of different videos. The next part is to look at the integration. So under Administration, System Settings, and General, you'll find the HubSpot's connection button. From here, authorize the Dusk FSM solution to connect to HubSpot. And once that's connected, you'll see a screen that looks a bit like this. Your HubSpot account is at the top. The Dusk FSM solution has customers which match to the HubSpot contacts and products that match to the Dusk FSM materials. We have a deal section, tickets, and some functionality with the sales pipeline. So let's walk through each of these. With customers, what we're doing is syncing contacts out of HubSpot. You can sync all of your contacts, or you can choose specifically which contacts you would like to sync into the Dusk FSM solution. There's also an option here to retain HubSpot as your source of truth for the customer record. This tick box here is important to tick if you're adding new contacts into HubSpot to perform work for as deals, because it allows that customer to be auto-created into the Dusk FSM solution. This is the same functionality for products. So retaining your source of truth in HubSpot and making sure this is ticked if you're adding new products into HubSpot that you want to attach to deals and subsequently create work for. Or you can synchronize all. The next one we've got in here is the deals section. The Dusk FSM product has two types of work. Single type work or single task, which is things like inspections, audits, visiting a site once, performing the work and closing it out, or multitask, which is more like projects where there might be multiple field visits or there might be extra steps required in the office that require tasks, dependencies, parent-child, relationships, successors and predecessors. We also have tickets, which we'll look at in a separate video. And with the sales pipeline, there's the ability in here to preview a specific deal stage in HubSpot to see what work is coming down the pipeline, and also the ability to create work back into HubSpot and send it back to a specific deal stage from the Dusk FSM solution. So let's jump over to the pipeline. In here, we've got a number of different example deals. So let's take this one here. We're going to work with demo deal end to end. As soon as that work is moved between the deal stage here into the nominated deal stage in HubSpot that has been selected in the Dusk FSM solution, it will create work automatically. So in this case here, we're going to move it to the closed one section. And what that looks like in here is this one. So we've gone in here, we've selected closed one, and we've also nominated a stage to close back to in HubSpot. This is ready to invoice. These are two very common deal stages that customers choose. So essentially, we're closing the revenue operations gap or RevOps gap that sits between these two stages for HubSpot customers. So let's jump back to the pipeline. We're going to take the demo deal end to end over to closed one by simply doing this. That's now been moved over. So what we can do is have a look in here, and we have the demo deal end to end that's being created. So this is on our work screen. We also have a screen here which has a dashboard. So in the interest of time, we'll just refresh this so you can see work that's coming in from other sources. So this is the job. So we can either work on that job from this screen, from the Gantt screen, or from the calendar screen. Let's make a start on the job screen. So we'll go in here, and this has pulled all the information in from HubSpot. So we've got the contact information here. If there's any date and time requirements, that appears in here as well. So what we can start to do is fill this out. So this can either come from HubSpot or it can be updated in here. So we've got some work here that we're going to create and complete. So let's just choose a task, and we'll just select a task from here. We'll just call it Face Up Stock. We've got our customer over here that we're going to perform work for. We've got an address here that we're going to go to. And then over to the summary screen. So we can see in here that we've got a duration of 3 hours. We don't have any SLAs attached to this at the moment, so this is just 3 hours to be done at some stage. We've got a master job status here, and then we're going to just assign someone to complete that work. That's John Energy in this case. We've got a few other options here of things to do with days for working, hours in a day, and how the work is calculated as completed. So let's save that now. What we can then do is if we go back into HubSpot and we click on this demo deal over here, we can start to see some more information. On the right-hand side, there is the Dusk IOP card, which is for our field service management solution. So we can see in here that we've got some different information that's coming in. So we've got a priority of low, it's still unassigned. We can see some times in here as well, and we've got John Energy as the assignee. So we can then start to modify the statuses in here. So let's say we want to schedule that work in. We can do so. And then we jump back over to our demo deal here, and we can refresh it. And we start to see the information flowing back and forth. So that's now scheduled. We can also update the date and time from within HubSpot. So let's say, for example, that we want to change this. The customer's called up and needs a different time that's an hour later. So we can do 11:40 and update that there. And then if we go back into here and we just refresh it in this screen, we can also see that update flowing through. To 11:40 there. So this is full job management from both within HubSpot and also the Dusk FSM solution. So what we're going to do now, we've got some different actions we can do. We can either complete the job here, or we can send it down to the mobile application in the field for the field technicians to complete. To do that, all we need to do is hit the dispatch button here, and that will actually send it down. But for the purposes of this demo, we'll just stick to completing the work on the back end here. So at this stage, we'll just go through and we will put it to in progress. We'll save it. And we can see that coming through again back into here as in progress. So your HubSpot team can see what's going on with that work. And the final stage we're just going to complete in here is to close this job out and save it. And then finally back over to here, we'll just refresh this one. So this is all near real-time synchronization that happens between both the Dusk FSM solution and HubSpot. So your customers are updated and your field teams know exactly what they're doing. The last step in here is to show the change that has occurred. So you might remember from the HubSpot settings screen, when the deal stage, when the work is completed, the deal stage we push it to is ready to invoice. So what we've done in here, we've completed that work and it's now moved over to ready to invoice. So your accounts team or your financial controller can come in and have a look at this and know that it's ready for completion. We have additional functionality to log time as well, but we'll expand on that in a separate video. I hope you found this valuable, and if you have any questions, please reach out to our team. Thank you.